Folks, we are back at it. Let's see if this fixes the viewership, huh? Hopefully, inshallah. Yeah, man. Been about 2-3 weeks. Yeah, what's the deal, man? I don't know, bruh. With these fucking, the algorithm, it's kind of bizarre. Glad to see you live. Thank you very much. The TikTok got taken down for misinformation. I don't know what was the Oh, I know what it is. Fuck. It's because we were talking about the Springfield, Ohio stuff, and both me and the dude I was talking to, the conservative I was talking to, was talking about the fact that the people in Springfield, Ohio did not eat the dogs and the cats or whatever. And the TikTok moderation probably took, oh, they're eating the dogs and the cats, and thought that's what I was saying, bruh. Oh my gosh. TikTok moderation, bro. Crazy. Anyway. I have my stream open up on my phone just to make sure I'm getting that little extra view. Hopefully it helps out the algorithm a little bit. Charge. There you go. Right. So we're not doing a TikTok stream right now. I got too much fucking shit open. Folks, if you disagree with the topic, you can call the number above my head, and we can have that debate, we can have that conversation, and it'll be fun. Excuse me. I am still a little sick, not peak sick. I'm definitely recovering, but my boogers are still green, folks. So I know that I'm still sick. Why did they did that? Did TikTok twerk their algorithm moderating for Trump? No, I don't think it's because I said that, it's not because I was saying that the Springfield, Ohio stuff, that the immigrants were good. I think it's just mentioning Springfield, Ohio, and like the whole dogs and cats things. I think that kind of, there are just things that sets off the TikTok moderation. It's like automatic. There's no like TikTok mods looking at my stream particularly. TikTok has always just been bad with moderation. That's why, like, on my main TikTok account, the live access is permanently banned, right? Because it gets taken down a lot for this shit. Now it's suspended until like the 18th, but I prefer the YouTube anyway, because YouTube you can kind of just say anything, you know. But folks, if there is MAGA in the chat, there's 11 people here. Let's get 11 likes. Leave some likes, folks. Let's get the algorithm up so we can get some MAGA to find this stream, get angry, and then have a fun debate, right? Yeah, YouTube is free reign. Exactly, yeah. Like, I can say words like Elon Musk is a Nazi, and I can say the word Nazi directly. I can say that Donald Trump was buddies with Jeffrey Epstein, the CEO of Pedophilia Incorporated, I would dare say. That would get you taken down on TikTok, and that's kind of annoying. It's kind of cringe, you know? I need freedom. Free speech. Corn Pop, I know you're a fan. Have you ever called in? Trump is definitely friends with Epstein. Yep, absolutely. Tin Man says, what the Sam Hill is going on here? It's mainly a debate stream. I got a call-in number. People can call in. If they disagree with the prop above my head, they can call in that number, and we can have a conversation. We can have a debate. Blah, 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 blah. Freddie says, nah, everyone dislike this shit. Yeah, go ahead. Feel free to dislike. It's good for engagement. Do it. Hit that dislike button, Freddie. I encourage you. Please. Do it. Tax says, low-key kind of waiting for someone to call in, but it's a kid or something. There's been some people that have called in that are jits, you know. 682 area code. What's on your mind?
Yo, so like, is this like low key a real number?
Nah, it's a Google Voice.
So I'm gonna EDR you, so good luck.
What do you say? I don't understand what you said. Let me hear that again. Nah, it's a Google Voice.
So I'm gonna EDR you, so good luck.
I have no idea what you said. EDR? Endpoint detection and threat response is an endpoint security resolution. I don't know what that means. 413 area code. What's on your mind?
So, buddy, how you doing? So,
I'm
listen,
good.
I'll tell you this, and we're gonna debate on this one really good.
Okay.
Hey, so let me start with this, right? I saw you earlier talking about the Haitians, and they were talking about the cats and everything. Bro,
Yeah.
let's not cover the sun, try to cover the sun with the hand, right?
Uh-huh.
In the community, we all know that Haitian people, you give them a cat, they will boil them and
That's
then
not true.
roast. Yes, it is.
That's
yes,
not true,
it
buddy.
is.
You
So
get,
tuna-
that's a massive generalization of all Haitian people. I'm in an area with Haitian people. I've never seen a Haitian eat a cat. Never seen a cat boil, and so on
Around
and so
you,
forth.
no.
If
Around
you're
you,
assuming that they're just doing it just because they're Haitian, that is by definition racist. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that's crazy thing to say.
custom of them when they do it in Haiti. You
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
they can't give them say, "Hey, I don't want this cat no more." And what
Yeah.
they do, they burn the hair, and then
Yeah.
they peel the skin off,
There's,
and then they.
there's no
Oh, so-
documented cases of
Well, you
stealing
should
or
look up-
eating pets in Springfield, Ohio.
Look on the Spanish YouTube reels, and you're gonna see how they go and have Haitian people saying, "Yes, we do eat cat." Right?
I'm sure you could find a person of every ethnicity of every country that has eaten a dog or a cat or whatever. I don't think it's a big
Hey,
win.
listen.
I don't think it's an argument that it's confirmed that they were eating cats and dogs in Springfield, Ohio.
Well, guess what? Why that lady killed the cat with her own mouth? She had a bloody.
Are you talking about the video of the mentally ill lady in a different county in a different city that killed a cat, and that MAGA was spreading around saying that was in Springfield, Ohio, saying that was a Haitian, when it was just a black woman that lived in America, that was born in America, that is not a Haitian, and again, a different city. Okay, so that was completely unrelated. MAGA was spreading that as a lie to attack the Haitians in Springfield, and that's on MAGA. They're liars.
No, okay, if they lied on that part, but you cannot deny that they do eat cat, my friend.
No.
They do.
I've met a lot of Haitians. I assure you, the Haitians that I met don't eat a cat. Okay, that's a real bold thing. People of every ethnicity, you can find a situation where they've eaten something that is taboo to eat. Okay, white people have done it too. All right, for Indians, white people eating cows is a taboo thing. People eating dogs and cats in some cultures are fine, but it's taboo in here, right? So again, brother, you're being a little silly.
Squirrels, you know, I saw a lot of people eating squirrels, even in the area of Connecticut. You understand?
That's great. I'm around a bunch of Hispanics. I'm around a bunch of Haitians. I've never seen a single one grab a squirrel off the street and start eating it.
Okay, but then listen, you don't have to see it. If it's well documented, go check and see it's well documented.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, the reason why we are talking about it in the first place is because Donald Trump was bringing it up as a campaign point, lying about Haitians and specifically Springfield, Ohio, saying that they're eating the cats and dogs, they're stealing the cats and dogs, and every single piece of evidence that MAGA would show was disproven pretty easily. The guy, for example, that was carrying the dead geese. They were like saying, "Oh, he took the geese from the park. He killed them, and he's taking them to go eat them." Turned out that was just a employee cleaning roadkill. You know,
about a lady, she was caught stopping. They had to stop her because she wanted to eat the ducks. And
I don't know which lady that is, but again, the evidence that they would show was a lady that killed a cat because she was mentally ill. Not even in Springfield. Wasn't even Haitian. There was a guy carrying two geese Turned out he was just literally cleaning the roadkill. That was his job. And the police said that there was no cases of pets being stolen or pets being eaten. The mayor said that's the case, and the Republican governor of Ohio said that's the case. What is confirmed, as a result of those lies being spread by Trump, there was bomb threats being sent to elementary schools in multiple different places in Springfield, Ohio. So, yeah, not great.
So you're saying that the Republicans lie, right? What about
many of them do? Yeah.
That's fine, grabbing all the money for USAID.
Hold up. Now you're jumping to something else. I literally said that Trump was lying and many Republicans were lying about Springfield, Ohio, but the Republican governor of Ohio was the one saying that Trump was lying. So it's not just liberals and Democrats being like, oh, only Republicans lie, because there are some Republicans that tell the truth, like in that situation.
Yeah, well, why didn't the Democrats come and tell the truth about they grabbing the money, right, to even help people? Now I found out that Hillary was grabbing money with Soros and keeping pocketing it in her pocket. I
don't even know the case you're referring to. There's a lot of like information being pushed and spread around. There's a lot of hold on, I'm gonna put you on hold real quick. I'm gonna put you on hold and go to you next, okay?
Okay.
I don't know the specific case you're talking about. When it comes to USAID, that they're a tiny part of our budget. I get a good sense that George Soros and Hillary Clinton are likely not using the entirety of USAID to enrich their pockets. What I do know for sure is that there is a lot of life-saving programs that have been frozen, and that people that would receive food otherwise are not going to be receiving their food because this unelected individual, Elon Musk, just went into a program that was approved through by Congress and unilaterally just shut off the funding. That's unconstitutional. Yeah.
On it. If you're spending wasting a lot of millions and billions of dollars, like saying,
Millions.
Right now I saw a guy saying that, Trump said that he ain't gonna give jobs to the blacks. And then I go and check. He was trying to mix the same topic with the DEI. Come on. I'm in favor.
You're jumping into different topics now. You went from talking about USAID to talking about Trump giving jobs to black people to talking about DEI. Let's focus on USAID for now. There is literally food in the ports in Texas that was going to be sent out to these countries where there's malnutrition. That food was funded by USAID, and that food is currently sitting in the port. Should that food continue to sit in the port, or should that be sent to its places that it was supposed to go to?
You know that Saddam Hussein used to receive the food that America used to send them.
I'm sure USAID has been sent to many places across the world, including to quote-unquote enemies of the United States of America. And I think that an organization that's above geopolitics and the divides is actually a good thing.
Yeah, no, we send food to these all impoverished countries, right?
Yeah.
But we send that food over there. Do that food go all to the people?
Maybe. Maybe not. There are people there that have direct. Are you trying to claim that there's nobody that has benefited from the food going through USAID? Frankly, if you're a king of a Middle Eastern dictatorship or whatever, you don't need the USAID food. You have the best food in the country. You have the best chefs in the country. You're not going to be using USAID. Okay, the people that are going to be benefiting from USAID are the poorest people.
Like who?
And again,
like who?
The burden of proof is you on this case. I don't know every single individual that has received food from USAID, but if you are trying to claim that it's just going to Saddam Hussein, show me proof. Since you made the claim, the burden of proof is on you, that all the food is not going to people.
Bro, when I was young, before they even went into Iraq, a lot of years before that, what they were saying, they were sending money to Iraq, and Iraq was grabbing the money and transferring that money For what arms?
They made well, again, when it comes to USAID, they are quite literally sending food. They're not just giving people money to buy food. They are sending the food.
And they're sending the food back to the companies that belong to the same people.
No, not through the companies, through USAID, a government agency.
Yeah, but let's say I have a company, right? And it's about food.
We're not talking about companies.
So to USAID, I'll hike the price. I'll hike the price. Part of that money that I'm receiving, it's going to go to the
brother. I'm sure there is some waste. I'm sure there's some places you can be more efficient. But cutting off medication that's going to go help people with AIDS and HIV that saved like 25 million people's lives since it was started, by the way, started under a Republican, cutting that off is not going to fix the deficit or the debt. Frankly, Donald Trump could fire every single government employee, and that wouldn't deal with the debt or the deficit. He doesn't care about the debt or the deficit.
Yeah, but it's that nobody cares. No industry.
Well, I would say that Democratic presidents do actually have a better job at decreasing the deficit. I mean, there was a surplus under Bill Clinton. Obama cut the deficit 6 out of his 8 years. Biden cut the deficit from Donald Trump's peak. So, yeah, there are people that do cut the deficit. There was a surplus under Clinton. Donald Trump specifically, and this is the problem with Republicans. Republicans talk a big game about the deficit, but they prove that they don't care about it to the most extreme degree, from Reagan to Bush to Trump.
No, but you got to understand that the Democratic Party does have a swamp. It is bleeding.
There's a swamp all over Washington. There's corruption all over Washington. It's not just exclusive to the Democratic Party. A great example of the corruption is the fact that Donald Trump came in there, and one of the first actions he did was letting his cabinet members, when they receive gifts, and not only receive gifts, but become lobbyists within the next few years. There was restrictions on executive branch employees that were put in by Biden. It was one of the first things Donald Trump removed. Frankly, being anti-corruption should be bipartisan.
I would have done the same thing if I want some confidence in my government.
Wait a minute. You would get rid of anti-corruption measures put on by the last administration just because you don't like the last administration?
No, because the last but listen, if I'm gonna take out the anti-corruption people that have been chosen from the other person, I'm gonna put people that
it's not about people. It's about an executive order that prevented executive branch employees from receiving gifts from lobbyists, that prevented them from becoming lobbyists for a certain amount of years. It was an anti-corruption executive order, and Donald Trump reversed it the moment he came in. It's minimal. It's not the best anti-corruption measure. There should be more, right? But I would rather have little bits of anti-corruption shit there rather than Donald Trump coming in there immediately removing it so that his cabinet can benefit. There's also they're also trying to remove regulations on giving foreign leaders bribes and our leaders receiving bribes from foreign leaders. That's pretty bad.
I know that you like throwing out facts and checking on your computer.
I'm just saying a fact.
How much money has been used by the USAID, right?
Yeah.
To promote LGBTQ opera and
I don't know how much money specifically went to like some random opera in Colombia, but I think the $5 billion annually going to food aid is a much bigger deal. Listen, with a program as big as USAID, and one of the purposes is expanding United States soft power, there are grants and all kinds of things that will go in there. Sure, deal with the waste, but freezing the agency and preventing AIDS or HIV medication from being spread around the world, preventing food from being spread around the world, is pretty silly. And also, at the end of the day, we could get rid of USAID completely, and China's just going to fill the gap. That's going to increase their soft power. We are exclusively helping China become the dominant superpower by doing what Trump is pushing.
See, but that's something that the ideology that the Democrat is starting. See, you have to understand, in politics, both parties will do anything to keep in power and do whatever their intentions or their goal are. But now, at least we have a president that went, pick up a few people and say, check the USA, because our money is going a lot in through there. And when they
Yes,
find out,
he's destroying U.S. soft power.
They wanted to go to the Treasury because they're going to the Treasury.
Yeah, they want to rob the Treasury. They want to get rid of things like the Consumer Protection Financial Bureau because the Consumer Protection Financial Bureau and the National Labor Relations Board and so on and so forth are bad for the biggest corporations. They want to be able to have no labor unions. They want to be able to loot the Treasury because these are people with financial incentive to do so. People like Elon, particularly. People like Bezos. People like Zuckerberg, right? Zuckerberg was on Joe Rogan pretending he doesn't know what the Consumer Protection Financial Bureau was. He's this Harvard-educated, one of the richest people in the world. He doesn't know what the CFPB is. But because he's saying that because he's trying to smear them, he's trying to pretend like, oh, bro, I don't even know what it is. It's just a bad agency and they're targeting me because of, I don't know, free speech or some shit. Like, these rich people are not looking out for us, and with the Elon stuff, we are seeing the richest man in the world who's in government because he's a massive donor buy his way into power, and then he's going to loot the Treasury for himself. Okay?
Yeah, but that's the same thing as the Democratic Party that receives a lot of donors.
Brother, if George Soros took a direct government position, the Republicans would be freaking out about it. They would act like it's the end of the world. When Elon Musk is doing it, it's okay. It's normal. I would simply say if George Soros got a government position and Elon Musk got a government position because they donate to some campaigns, I would say that that's wrong. Just period.
Yeah, but why they didn't do that when they were in power and say, hey, let's go and check where our money went. At least we have transparency with Donald Trump when he said...
We don't have transparency. We have a lot of bullshit being said. Oh, $50 million for... condoms going to Hamas. That's complete nonsense. He's lying a lot. I don't believe in anything that comes out of that administration without some solid proof.
Listen, sometimes he can be a little bit overboard. A little bit.
It's not just a little bit. He was saying 50 million condoms, and then he jumped over to $100 million going to condoms for Hamas. Which is insanity.
Oh, yeah, but they're wasting a lot of money on the DEI through USA.
Brother, the DEI is just like some things that corporations or private organizations are going to do because they want to increase their diversity, right? It's not like some kind of thing that you have to spend billions of dollars on. DEI, for example. Here's the actual example for DEI. In some inter-Democratic Party stuff, right? They wanted to increase the state committee members for certain counties. They wanted to increase the diversity. So in the first round of voting, they put the people into the different groups that represent them, and they tried to, you selected from those groups a certain amount of people that you want to represent those groups. As a result, Palm Beach County, for example, and Orange County and multiple Miami-Dade County has a much more diverse group of individuals representing. Now, that didn't cost a dime. That didn't cost a single dime. Okay?
Yeah, but they didn't. They were wasting a lot of money on a lot of DEI programs all the way around the world.
Yeah, I mean, you're just saying the word DEI. I'm saying an example of a DEI thing happening. First of all, private institutions, if they want to do DEI, they can do DEI. I don't particularly care. It's not a big issue to me.
No, they want to do it. Problem. The only problem is you can't push it in the schools.
Nobody's pushing DEI in the school, bruh.
Listen, all the Democrats, and I've seen it, like Dwayne Wade, right?
What?
Doing the things that they do to their minors.
Dwayne Wade? He's doing DEI in the schools?
No, listen. Yeah, and a good example. Then he got his son's wee-wee and make a girl? Yes, he did. Come on, man.
He has a wait. So Dwayne Wade, hold on. Dwayne Wade has a transgender daughter. What the fuck does that have to do with diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in institutions?
Because there was a lot of people pushing that agenda.
Brother, wait. Tell me what DEI is. Is DEI just pushing a gay agenda or something?
Yeah. Why do you think inside the school?
Okay. Wait. So DEI is not programs within company agenda to spread the gay.
Well, Basically, it's like...
So if you have that agenda, what is the money going to? Because I'm actually curious, because you're saying that we're wasting so much money. So I gave you an example. Hold on, wait. I gave you an example of actual. Wait, I gave you an example. I gave you an example of DEI in practice, which is, for example, the Democratic Party trying to get some more diversity within their state committee members. They did it for free. There was no money being spent. And the example you just brought up is Dwayne Wade's daughter is transgender. And then you bring up there's a play in Colombia. No, that's not DEI. The university which that play was happening got a grant from USAID, as USAID gives grants to different universities from different countries across the world, because that is one aspect of spreading soft power, and that is one aspect of aid, which is giving money to universities and expanding education. This is not some conspiracy to make the kids gay or some shit.
Not conspiracy. It's the true fact, because USA was...
No, but you're misinterpreting it. You're misinterpreting it.
No, how? And I'm telling you right now, USA was using their money for a DEI...
For a play in Colombia. The reason why that play got money in Colombia is because the theater program for that university, or the university got money, and of course... When a university has money, they put into different programs that the university has, including their theater program, right? So if like fucking a marching band plays YMCA, is that DEI because they're playing the gay song? And the school received money from the federal government? So there you go. That's an example of DEI.
Listen, if the money is coming from America, going to Colombia, and it's for us. Okay, and it's to help the university. You should use it on. You should use it on teachers, bringing more.
I'm certain that it is going to teachers. Okay, you think? Do you think money is just being sent across the world just to do gay shit or whatever?
Yeah, it's been happening. For around $100 to $300 million to Uganda, and Uganda said no.
Again, I don't even know if that number is true, because again, you're probably getting it from the Trump administration, and they lied about 50 million being spent for condoms, and then he's literally said 100 million. So at the end of the day, say all these programs are cut, Donald Trump will continue expanding the deficit, since you guys are hyper fixating on waste and all that stuff, just like he did for every single year of his presidency.
Biden won because of the gay people, because he attracted the gay agenda.
Fuck? Yeah, I'm sure gay people voted for Biden. Yeah, cool. But again, you're jumping from the point. You were talking, like, this whole thing is about waste and efficiency. You could get rid of all the quote-unquote DEI. You could get rid of the gay plays. You could get rid of the good shit like food aid and medication being sent to the poorest people in the world, decreed by the richest man in the world. You can do all that shit, but Donald Trump is still going to expand the deficit because he has a political record, and he did that every single year of his first presidency.
Then come with that, man, Poppy.
Wait, what did you say?
Poppy.
Poppy?
Listen. Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican, Poppy.
Okay.
You know? So, Poppy, listen real good.
Yes.
In a moment, right? When they were at Donald...
I'm going to put you on hold and go to you next, okay? Stay in the queue. I'll be done soon. Sorry, can you repeat that? I had to put someone in the queue.
Okay. So, Donald Trump didn't want to set the gay agenda in the schools, right?
Hold on, the same person's calling again. 1 second. I'm going to pull you in. You have to stay on hold, and I'll pull you in soon, all right? But yes, Donald Trump doesn't want to do the gay agenda in the school. Okay.
Schools, right?
Which is not happening in the schools. Not happening in the schools, by the way.
And Florida was the first state that fought it.
Yeah, the gay agenda was not happening in the schools. The gay agenda was not happening in the schools. There's no gay agenda.
Yes, there is, because even in Puerto Rico. When my daughter called me and say, hey, Dad, this is going crazy. They even asking that the boys and girls take a shower in the same bathroom. I said, what? Yeah.
I'm going to keep it real. Listen, brother. Anybody could say, oh, yeah, this happened. I heard this happened. I went to American schools. And then you're gonna say that's what you're gonna be like. Oh, that's what indoctrinated you. Yeah, Puerto Rico is America. Puerto Rico is America. So I've been to American schools. I was never told to shower with girls. I was never told to be gay. I was never told to wear a skirt. That was just a personal choice. So, brother, no, there is no gay agenda, particularly in Florida.
There is a gay agenda.
So there's no gay agenda.
Men.
They want to feminize men. So what are they doing to feminize the men? Tell me. Reading?
That's what how they want to feminize men.
Tell me the school policy. Let's say in the curriculum that feminizes the men. All right. Because that's a real big fetish of mine. You know what I'm saying? So tell me about it.
How many Americans came? I'm personally, I was in Walmart and I saw this lady with her grandson, and she went straight to the Barbie dolls. He didn't want to go over there.
I don't care about some random lady in Walmart, bro. I don't care. That's not like the gay agenda in the schools. Tell me something in the curriculum that made the kids gay. Tell me something that feminized the boys. Tell me.
There's a lot of sick people that will
tell me the thing in the curriculum that feminized the boys.
Easy. When you put up a book that's doesn't have to do with learning in school.
So you're saying of the bunch of the many books in the library, there's a hold on. You're saying wait. You're saying of the many books in a library, there's a gay book, right? Yes. So then that gay book, it feminizes the man. I'm gonna give you a fucking spoiler alert. People don't like to read. Okay? People don't read. Okay? When I was in school, motherfuckers were not rushing to the library to go read the gay books. Okay? And if they were reading something, they wanted to read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, going to like fucking elementary school. By the time you're in middle school or high school, no motherfucker is reading. Okay? So again, tell me in the curriculum the specific plan that feminized the kids, because I'm telling you, as a 21st century kid in this fucking century, I've been in these schools more recent than likely you have. The books that were read in the library were Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Okay. So tell me in the curriculum that brainwashed the little boys that made them into transgender women or something.
They're trying to feminize guys.
Tell me the thing in the curriculum. Tell me the specific chapter in the algebra book that made the motherfuckers gay.
In algebra, no. But right now they try to push it. Come on, you was there.
You're just telling me. Come on, yeah, I was there, and this is bullshit. Everybody knows it's bullshit.
Florida was fighting and saying no. I don't want these certain type of books in my library.
You can't reference a specific. You're saying that there is a specific plan to feminize the boys. I'm telling you, show me something in the books, show me something in the classes, show me something that is forced upon the kids, that they are forced to participate in, that they are forced to do, that brainwashes them and forces them to become girls or whatever. Because I'm telling you, when I was in school, we read fucking that one book about that motherfucking POW that was taken in by Japan. That was our summer reading. We read Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I read a fucking Club Penguin book. I wasn't reading no gay book. But again, the books in the library are irrelevant because the books in the library, nobody gives a fuck. So let's go to the classroom specifically.
Don't give a fuck.
Nobody cares about the students that you're saying are being feminized did not go to the library, seek out the gay books, and then suddenly they're brainwashed and becoming gay. So tell me in the classroom, which every student every student has to go to the classroom. So tell me the curriculum that brainwashed the boys. Apparently I missed it.
When they started putting the LGBTQ flag.
So you think just seeing a flag will make you gay?
Oh, it's okay. No,
so a flag makes you gay.
Listen, instead of having the American flag,
every single classroom has an American flag.
American flag. That's
Every
good.
single classroom has an American flag. There's no pledging allegiance to the gay flag, okay?
No,
I've been to the
you
classrooms.
Not a
I've been to the
teacher
classrooms,
will
bro.
take out the American flag and
I've
will
been to the
put in
classrooms.
LGBTQ.
The American flags are in every classroom. The American flags are in every classroom.
American flag.
I've been to the
That's not
schools,
our flag.
bro.
We
I've
don't
been to
think-
the
we don't-
schools.
we don't-
I've been to the schools, bro. I've had liberal teachers. I've had conservative teachers. You know what happens when you disagree with a teacher's personal point of view? You have a conversation, you have a debate. Sometimes the teacher is unwilling to have the debate, and they have weird meltdowns about it. That has really only happened in my experience with conservative teachers. All right, I was in, for example, Model United Nations in high school, right? And we wanted to talk. For one of the meetings, you know, about like gay stuff or whatever. And because the specific sponsor of that club was homophobic, she refused to let us talk about LGBTQ topics. So there's an example in my direct experience in the classroom, in the clubs, of a teacher using their political views and censoring discussion in schools.
You know, I went over there to a school and tried to take out.
All right, I'm gonna give you a chance to make a final point. I'll respond, and we're gonna move on to the next caller. All right. So I'm gonna once again ask you.
Yeah.
Where was people like me, a former student? Where were we forced to be gay? Where were we forced to be feminized? Okay?
Feminized, easy. When a woman comes and tells
Where in the
a boy,
curriculum?
a man. No.
Where in the curriculum?
When there's no woman can teach a man how to be a man. It only takes one man to teach a boy how to be a man. Now, if we have female school teachers trying to teach a boy how to be a man.
So is that in the curriculum? Is that in the curriculum? Female school teachers have to teach the men how to be men? You think that there are no male teachers? Are you saying to only have male teachers? Segregate the schools, girls' schools and boys' schools or some shit?
Come on. How many teachers came doing their own videos? Hey, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, you're just going based on some anecdotes, and since you're going based off anecdotes, that's why I'm arguing anecdotes, but I'm trying to go beyond the anecdotes. I'm asking you specifically, show me in the curriculum an example of this agenda being forced upon a student. You couldn't be able to do that, so I'm going to give you one more chance. You got a specific curriculum example, or are you going to go back to the anecdotes or something?
Like, how do you identify? I identify as a dog. Teacher can't say nothing.
Oh, okay, so this is like the Facebook tier boomer shit that Joe Rogan fell for. This is bullshit. I've been to the schools. There's not like this big epidemic of people identifying as dogs or cats.
What?
Teachers are not telling kids to identify as dogs or cats. You're falling for the same Facebook tier boomer shit that every single person that argues that, they always say, let me go tell you, they're gonna say, I heard of this story. I heard of a guy that told me this. I heard of this from another guy.
Meow, meow, meow was her answer. Look for the video where the girl says, meow, meow, meow.
A girl says, meow, meow, meow. That means you're being forced to identify as a cat. Brother, I'm telling you, I've been to the schools. No motherfucker is identifying as a cat. Okay?
Come on, man.
No motherfuckers. There's no. Tell me something in the curriculum, right? You're bringing up more anecdotes. Can you make an argument that goes beyond the anecdotes? Right?
I'm gonna tell you this. It is difficult. Right? The most difficult thing in this world is that a blind man doesn't want to see.
Again, you want to talk about anecdotes? Bring me something that actually shows there's an actual organized effort to brainwash and feminize the boys. Show me something in the curriculum. Show me something in the textbook. Show me something in the classroom, because the kids are actually forced to go to the classroom. Show me something beyond an anecdote besides, oh, I saw this on a YouTube video. I saw this on a Facebook post. Oh, somebody told me this. Anecdotes are bullshit. I don't care about anecdotes.
Who do politicians use when they want to push an agenda? When they want to push something to the community? The stars, right? Look at Madonna. Then she dressed her boy, her African boy that she should have left in Africa. Because
so you're telling me because, I don't know, some celebrities have like free children, there you go, that's feminizing all the boys. So here, let's go to Dwayne. So let's just talk about this briefly. Are you just like, you don't fuck with trans people?
I don't have nothing against them if they want to do it, but you have to do it when you're old enough. You can't do
Sure.
it the same.
Wait. Sure. So is your problem here is your problem here medical intervention? Is your problem here medical intervention? Is your problem medical intervention?
The problem was that they were making money out of those.
Is your problem so your problem goes beyond just medical intervention? You're not one of these people that's like, oh, I don't want kids getting surgeries, because I agree with you. The kids should not be getting surgeries. You're not one of these people that are like, I don't want them to get hormones. I don't even want them to get puberty blockers. You're saying you in general do not. They do. We're not just talking about little kids, okay? We're talking about people under 18. We're also talking about middle schoolers and high schoolers, right? So brother, you need to calm down a little bit, because we can actually have an interesting conversation here, okay? So it's not just medicine. That's not the problem for you. It's not just medical treatment. The problem even comes to say you are in a high school, right? And a kid says that they're trans, right? You have an issue with, for example, if their friends or if their teacher respects their preferred pronouns. You have an issue with that.
The problem the issue that I have is,
I'm asking specifically that. Can you give me an answer on it? Can you give me a direct answer once? Okay.
The solution on this one: if I grab a woman's behind.
Okay, that's a very different hypothetical than I was describing. All right, so I'm gonna focus on my hypothetical. And you need to learn how to answer a direct question, okay? You need to answer a question. No, you're bringing up women's asses being grabbed, okay? So here's a simple question. If in a classroom, excuse me, sir. If there was, in a classroom, a student that says they're transgender, and they want their preferred pronouns to be used, and other students, their friends, are respecting it, and a teacher is respecting their decision. There's no surgery, there's no medication, there's no hormones, and there's not even any puberty blockers. It is just societal. It's just respecting pronouns. You have a problem with that?
I have a problem when a kid try to influence other kids.
No. Okay. That's very interesting. Hold on. Wait, hold on. So you're saying that you cannot that you have a problem with just a transgender individual existing before age 18? Yes, you do have a problem. You do have a problem. Don't go around it. I hate this fucking bullshit. Hold on. I hate this bullshit that you. Hold on. I hate this bullshit you conservatives do, where you're like, I don't have a problem with trans people. I don't have a problem with these fucking kids. But then even the most minimal shit of just, yeah, sure, I'll respect your pronoun. I'll go by the name you're asking me to call you. That's a problem for you. And that's the most bare minimum shit. And by the way, that's not an area I'm willing to concede in. Okay? You have to respect people, and it's simple things. I'm willing to say that, yes, obviously, trans kids should not be getting surgery. I'm willing to say that they shouldn't be getting hormone replacement therapy. That's not reversible. I think that there is more gray zone with the puberty blockers because there is research that says it is reversible. But let's just say, for the sake of this discussion, no puberty blockers either. Societal, social transition, just respecting the pronouns, shows positive effects when it comes to anxiety, depression, and suicide. I'm simply interested in having less suicides for kids. And if that takes just respecting a pronoun, then I'm going to respect the pronoun. But yeah, go ahead.
For the kids that had gone through the operation, okay, they had suicidal thoughts. I'm not talking about having kids do operations. I'm just saying simple social transitions. That is the bare minimum. It is just respecting the pronouns. If a high school student says that they're a she, her, and you call them a fucking she, her, it's a simple fucking thing. It's simple. It's simple society. But don't go saying I'm a girl and I'm gonna go to the girls' bathroom.
Okay, again, you're trying to make it a different issue. I brought up the social transition. I support social transition, period. That is the compromised position. And you're saying, ooh, but the bathrooms. Brother, I agree with Donald Trump. Hold on, I agree with Donald Trump when he says, very directly, that the bathroom shit is not an issue. That is an issue that's made up by people that don't care.
Absolutely
It's an
an
issue.
issue.
It's an issue. It's not an issue, brother. It's not an
Going
issue.
to a young kid,
Donald
going
Trump
to
in 2016 said it the best. He said if they asked him if Caitlyn Jenner wanted to use the bathroom, whatever bathroom in Trump Tower, yeah, use whatever bathroom. That was Trump's position. I agree with that.
Look, I do believe,
So
right?
we've been going on for 40 minutes. There's a person waiting for 15 minutes, so we're gonna move on. All right. So final points. Final points.
Okay, final point. I'm
Yeah.
okay with the trans in school. So what I'm not okay is that this transgender comes and goes near to a kid that doesn't know that she.
Wait a minute.
is
Wait. Are you assuming that the transgender is an adult or the student?
as a student.
Okay, and you have a problem with the transgender going to a student and saying, you have a problem. Excuse me. So you have a problem with what exactly this transgender student doing? Let's
Flirting with
keep it.
a heterosexual kid that doesn't know that she's a transgender.
Getting with a heterosexual kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's an epidemic of transgender students, whether they're trans guys or trans girls, getting with the cis students, and they're so convincing, and it's a great secret that they're transgender. Right? Most trans kids, if they're trans, they're probably going to directly tell somebody if they're getting in a relationship with. This is a problem with conservatives. You guys work off fear, and you're scared of this idea of accidentally getting with a transgender girl. I'm telling you, transgender girls are not just seeking you out personally. And I don't think that they're seeking out other students, and they're going to hide that information. Most transgender people have a simple position of just telling the person that they're getting with, okay? Come on.
Yeah, they want to put in girl sports, too. I'm against that.
There's like two people in transgender sports. It's a fucking cultural issue pushed by the think tanks and the media. You're falling for it as you're being robbed by the billionaires. Nobody cares about women's sports. Nobody watches women's sports. But suddenly conservatives care about it because they want to make it a cultural issue because the think tanks say so. Okay? I say fuck the think tanks. I say fuck the billionaires. How about direct your anger not towards like two people in collegiate sports, direct it towards the people with power. All right? That's the final point. All right. Have a good day. I'm going to move on to the next caller. All right. You've been waiting for 18 minutes. Sorry for the wait, but what's on your mind? Hello, unknown.
So I just want to say, quite frankly, you've gotten a lot of things wrong, okay?
That's a great impression, brother. That's a great impression.
Sorry, what?
It's a great impression, brother.
No, but quite frankly, you have no idea what the hell you're talking about, okay?
Mm-hmm.
First off, there are only two genders, okay? We've made that very clear from day one, okay? You look at the science, you look at all the...
I'm sorry. We've heard a million different Trump impressions. It's a little exhausted. I don't care that this guy was fucking waiting. Let's just talk normally, okay? Alright? Listen. Start a YouTube channel. Do your little bit. Do your little fucking comedy. Alright? I'm sorry that you waited for that long. But I'm here for debating, not for you to do your little fucking impression, okay? Sorry, buddy. I apologize. So again, if you actually have a debate, if you actually have something to come up with, I was going on with that one guy for a while, but feel free to call in 305-209-5560. Dude was about to destroy you with logic, so you hang up. Dang Ross, he was going to do his little Donald Trump impression skit. Frankly, there's too much of that. There's a lot of that. Okay? There's a lot. If he wants to do live streams where he's pretending to be Donald Trump and doing like a Donald Trump roleplay, there are avenues to do that. Okay? You can do that. No one's stopping you. But folks, if you actually want to have a debate, you can call in. But unfortunately, with MAGA, they don't tend to actually want to debate. They want to talk about the culture war and this, that, or the other. They don't actually want to go to the people with power. They want to go after, I don't know, fucking trans kids or whatever. They want to pretend like that's the real big issue. But, you know, it's unfortunate. If you disagree with the prompt above my head, if you think that Donald Trump is looking out for the working man, if you think he's standing up to the powerful, feel free to call in, have a discussion. If you think he's doing a good job, I don't think he's doing a good job, you can call in. ZZZZ says, I would school him, bro. Then call in, buddy. Do it. Hello.
Well, let me tell you something.
All right, the impressionist. The impressionist.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a lot of balls.
You have like a YouTube channel. You know you can start a YouTube channel.
With such a big.
Come on, folks. ZZZZ says, you think Biden is looking out for working man? There was better policy under Biden. I don't think Biden's my favorite politician. I understand it's a foreign concept for Republicans to not praise your party. But you guys should think less about party politics and actually about working class politics. And think about how politics affects you rather than your party. Right? Same guy? You're the same guy. You're a different guy.
You have such a big forehead.
Waited 18 minutes just to do another Trump impression that you would see on SNL. That's like fucking Jimmy Kimmel tier debate. Alright. Just like Harris was a weak candidate, so she won. Blah, 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 blah. Again, get over here, folks. Get over and have a conversation, actually have a debate. You guys are talking about nothing. We had two choices in America, make the logical choice. You're not making an argument here. You're not talking about policy. You're not talking about this. You're not talking about the other. You're just saying, oh no, Kamala is bad and Trump is good. You can't think anything beyond partisan politics because you're a partisan hack. That's what you are. You say, oh, those oligarchs are bad, but yeah, my oligarchs are great. Actually, I say all oligarchs are bad, right? Corn Pop says Kamala simp. Same guy. It's the same guy, right? Okay, bro.
Sign your forehead.
Freddie says, so everything you're saying, you're saying you're a socialist. That's what you're getting at. What did I say that was socialism? And Tack, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Good luck on your exam. Freddie, elaborate on what was the socialist thing I said. I would like to know. The floor is on you, Freddie. Where was the socialism? Sis was like, okay, I agree with Sis on this one. Kamala, I don't think did a lot, in my opinion. At least I think but at least she did something. I mean, Kamala was not my ideal candidate, period. Freddie says, can you remember what you said? Freddie, tell me specifically what I said was socialist. I disagree with the idea that it was socialist. Tell me what was socialist of what I said. That I don't like oligarchs? Of Democratic flavor or Republican flavor? I don't care for the oligarchs, period. ZZZ says, Kamala said she wouldn't change a thing. Frankly, ZZZ, if she didn't change a thing from what Biden was doing, it would be better than what Trump was doing, okay? Just being real. But again, call in. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I am a socialist. And we can actually have a conversation. How would Kamala be better? Well, she wouldn't be doing a trade war that would hurt American manufacturing, hurt American businesses, hurt American consumers. She wouldn't be trying to annex Gaza. She wouldn't be threatening Canada, Mexico, Panama, and Greenland. And the economy would be in a much more stable place. She wouldn't have fired Lena Khan. She wouldn't have gotten rid of the National Labor Relations Board. Okay, if you're an unknown caller, I'm assuming you're the same fucking guy, okay? She's warmongering. Stop telling me opinions. These are facts. Why did Trump fire Lena Khan? Because he wants to give a handout to big tech. Why did he fire a person from the National Labor Relations Board, essentially pausing all their activity, which prevents labor disputes from being handled, which allows for labor law to be violated without being checked? Why did he get rid of the Consumer Protection Financial Bureau? Again, you're saying, how is that bad? What, do you love the oligarchs? Do you want more labor violations? Because if you want to be a bitch to capital, you can be a bitch to capital, but don't push that on everybody else. How is it bad? Yeah, I think when labor law is being violated, that's a little bit concerning. You know? I think union busting is bad. I think that's pretty bad. Stop saying oligarch. Oh yeah, billionaire pricks. Do you prefer that? Yeah. Praise be to the oligarchs, I guess. Not concerning. Nathan, what would be one right or law you would like to ban? What would be one that you would want in this world? We should ban stock buybacks. That used to be illegal. And it was illegal in a time where we had the greatest expansion of the middle class in this country in the mid-20th century. I would ban that. What would I make a right? Healthcare. Period. There was enough research that showed that Medicare for all single-payer healthcare would save money and save lives. And everybody agrees, fuck those insurance company pricks. There are also billionaire oligarchs that are fucking you over. You know what I'm saying? So fuck them. Is there disagreement there? I was hurt before he came in. I was kicked when I was down. I don't know what your story is, Polly. Freddie says, yeah, that's something I can agree with you. That's great, Freddie. When in doubt, blame the billionaires. Yeah. When there's been a wealth transfer for the last 40, 50 years from the middle class to the rich. Of course. Nope, it's a neoliberal economics. A specific economic policy. Again, another unknown caller. What about Canada when people actually need healthcare and they come to the US? Those are rich people, number one. Number two, Canada spends far less than we do and they have better results than we do. They have a better lifespan, they have better medicine, they have cheaper drugs. And ultimately, if you go and run a campaign saying we're going to go adopt a US-style healthcare in Canada, I assure you, you would lose. I would encourage you to go move to Canada, become a Canadian, and run for parliament on adopting American-style private health insurance. Go run the United Healthcare Party. People can't afford a house in Canada. I don't know how to tell you this, ZZZZZ, but that's a problem in the entire Western world, particularly when the entire Western world developed neoliberal economics, trickle-down economics, Reaganomics. It's not liberal policy. It's the fact that housing is an investment by, again, the oligarchs. Okay? So again, praise be to the oligarchs. They're great. We love the billionaires. We love the billionaires, folks. You're a bitch to capital, and it's unfortunate. Taco says, yo, I was the caller. I was wondering if the number is legit there. You never want to answer. Tacos, go ahead and call in. I saw another unknown call, and I was assuming you were the Donald Trump impressionist. This person says, my family actually got free healthcare when we traveled to Canada and an emergency happened. Yes, because people, if they are in danger, should be able to go to a hospital. All right, hello, is this the same guy or somebody else?
No, this is somebody else.
All right, what's on your mind, buddy?
Well, the fact is, the matter is, with the price of housing these days, no one can buy a home.
Yes.
And it's all the fault. It's all the fault of these people, billionaires.
Absolutely.
You know, when I was a boy, we used to ride horses down to the river and fish.
Ah, I see. It is the same guy. It is the same guy. Doing more impressions. Again, brother, let me tell you this.
And we would find out.
You can start a YouTube channel, and then you can maybe make a career doing your impressions, because honestly, they're pretty decent.
Slow down there, Jack.
Good luck. Again, you guys are lovers of the oligarchy. You are bitches to the oligarchy. Miguel says, you ain't never heard of hard work. All right. 410 area code, you're on.
Hello?
Yes, what's up?
Oh, am I actually on the show? This was Tacos Legit. I was posting the chat.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, I was going to say, I get a lot of what you're saying about stuff, and I feel like you're getting callers that are purposely, like, baiting you into bad
Yeah. It's like the Trump impressionist, yeah. And Biden impressionist,
yeah, you got to be careful of that, man. But, like, what do you want to hit on? Because I don't think we agree on everything. What are your big things that you've been talking about tonight? Because I'm, like, just hopping in, basically.
I mean, what's on your mind? Like, with the prompt that I have, do you disagree with it?
What is the prompt exactly? Because I have you on the screen right now. It says Trump presidency will hurt you. Yeah. I mean, I think I would agree with that prompt most of the way. Yeah, I think I would agree with that.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good. I mean, I think that costs are going to go up. It's not going to be great. But, yeah, what's up?
I wanted to hit specific policies. Yeah, that's why I'm like, what do you exactly... I know you were talking about USAID earlier, and I would say that's definitely a big... that's a big worry. And definitely, I think a lot of conservatives don't understand the importance of soft power. Because we definitely have... well, I guess it sounds weird, but like a stronghold on a lot of these countries in a lot of ways because of the things we do for them, and if we're going to make them hate us, like. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, he is destroying soft power. I mean, when it comes to just simply just relations with our neighbors, to the USAID, to like the tariffs. I mean, there's like a meme in China or whatever, a common joke that Donald Trump is actually like a Chinese spy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's looking out for them, and he's going to help them expand. But, honestly, obviously he's not a spy, but he is definitely doing that.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if I've heard all that, and I don't know if I use those words. But I get your point, yeah, and it's definitely, it's not great. It's not looking great. That's why I was like, I wondered what you wanted to hit on, because I wanted to talk about specific policy things here. But I can't, I'm trying to think of... We'll probably agree on most things. Just hit me with something. Let's go.
I want to say adopt a tax policy more similar to the one we had in the mid-20th century before neoliberalism.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can you expand on that? Actually, that's interesting. That's
yeah. So
I haven't heard that.
Pretty much, we had much higher marginal tax rates, particularly on the top 1%. We had less of a wealth. We had less wealth inequality. We had more middle class expansion. We had more investments into the United States through programs like the New Deal. Eisenhower had the highway, or the interstate highway. Johnson had the Great Society, and so on and so forth. We invested in America. We taxed the wealthy a real big amount. And ultimately, it showed up downstream in the economy when companies did well, when productivity was up. When CEO pay was up, workers' pay would follow them. It would follow the same trajectory. But it was really when we adopted a more trickle-down neoliberal economics approach that we saw wealth inequality blow up, that we saw workers' wages stagnate dramatically, while productivity stayed really the same trajectory. CEO pay expanded dramatically, it spiked. And we've only seen our wealth grow 18% since the 70s. They've seen their wealth grow thousands and thousands of percentages. So that's my big issue. We got to tax those billionaires more. We got to invest in America again. But I'm curious if you disagree with anything I said there.
No, yeah, I think I agree on most of those things. But I would say a lot of the unions that were formed and stuff around that time definitely were pushing back against that type of thing, and I think that was definitely more liberal focused at that time. So I think the liberals have totally, if you want to talk about establishment liberals or establishment Democrats, that's way different than your average liberal or even conservative. A lot of conservatives are in unions. And I wanted to hit you with that, actually. I just thought of that. Do you think all conservatives are necessarily bad, or anybody who voted for Donald Trump is bad, or do you think there's some type of shades of gray there? Like,
I think there are definitely shades of gray. I think when you think about who might be like the loyal, most hardcore MAGA people, I would say it's the people that directly after January 6th, when Donald Trump saw his approval numbers plummet even further than it already had been, which it was already low, But there was I think 20 or 30% or so of people that still stuck with him even after that. I would say that those are really the most hardcore of MAGA. But I think there's a lot of people that voted for Donald Trump either because they're just loyal to the Republican Party, or America is not immune to global trends. There was a lot of people not satisfied with the economic situation, not just here but across the world. So across the world, we saw incumbent parties, whether they're liberal or conservative, getting punished, right? So I think that there's a lot of those people, and I think one of the things that Democrats should focus on, I'm a lib, you know what I mean? I'm a progressive. My focus is trying to make liberals, the MSNBC type watchers, the people that maybe they liked Pete Buttigieg and they thought Bernie was too radical. I'm trying to push those people left, because I do see a lot more anger on the liberal side. I see a lot more criticism of the party on the liberal side. There's a lot of
fair. There's a lot less loyalty. And I agree with some of the shit you're saying there. Shit. This is just to pick your brain here, because I can tell you my opinion afterwards. But just to pick your brain about January 6th. Do you think everybody who was incarcerated and everybody, do you think they all committed acts of violence and stuff, or do you think a lot of them were misguided and misled? Well, I guess that's a leading question, but what would be your assessment of that? And I'm not the people who assaulted police officers and Capitol Police, 100%. That's no go. But the people that just stumbled into that situation, do you think they're all liable for that, or?
I think it depends. Right? Say you were just among the people marching towards the direction of the Capitol, but you didn't go in. Sure, you can be free and you can get out. You can, right? Let's say you fell for the propaganda and you genuinely believe the election was stolen and you marched with the people, but then you saw, oh my gosh, they're breaking into the Capitol. I'm not going to be part of that. You shouldn't be locked up. And I get the sense that probably people in that situation were not locked up, considering that I have interacted with, or you see people, you can interact with people that were I was there on January 6th, but they're not one of the people that's locked up. They likely were not the people marching into the Capitol. But to the people that entered the Capitol, I say most of them should have faced genuine consequences. For the people that did violence, 100%, the people that did violence should continue to be locked up. The people that used a stun gun on a cop should be locked up. The people that use bear spray on a cop should be locked up. It's a shame. Look, Donald Trump promised he was going to free people, but even MAGA people did not really, Republican voters were surprised that he freed everybody very quickly. You had J.D. Vance say, no, the violent people are not going to be freed. But then he did free the violent people. And what we did see is there was a guy he got pulled over by the police. He was resisting police. It got violent, and then he got shot, right? I'm sure he felt invincible because he just got pardoned by the president. They released a guy with a Camp Auschwitz shirt. So, actual Nazis. They released pedophiles,
A couple of them have been arrested for pedophilic behavior, and one of them was arrested for beating his wife as well. So, totally... I agree with you there. That's why I said it's more to pick your brain, because I'm on the same pace with you there. But it's interesting, and you were talking about people.
Oh, real quick.
A lot of people.
I'm gonna just say this, cause I see this in chat. I see someone say, "What about the BLM rioters? Got to keep it consistent." If a BLM rioter did violent acts against a police officer, then sure. But there's been research on when the BLM stuff was happening in 2020, and 93% of the gatherings were peaceful, period. It's been researched, it's done. Yeah, so 93% of people that did not commit any violence should not be put into jail. But if someone did commit violence, if someone beat a cop, then sure. Yes, I'm absolutely consistent.
Yeah, I'm consistent in that as well. I don't know if I agree with your number. I would have to do my own research. I'll take your word for it in this conversation. But if you beat police officers or cause any type of trouble, lighting fires and stuff, as I saw during the BLM riots, they should have a very similar, if not the same, punishment as January 6ers. So this is the thing that confuses me about a lot of people who type stuff like this, because it's why do they think I'm going to be inconsistent? are they constantly inconsistent with their own views? Is that why
Yeah.
they're bringing this up? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, there is a lot of inconsistent people, period. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times when I'm talking to Trump, like, I think I do, I'm gonna ask you, you're a person talking to me. You think I do a pretty decent job at being consistent?
from what I've seen, yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of you. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I
Yeah, no problem, no
literally
problem.
saw you maybe like a week ago and watched like 30-ish minutes, and now I watched like 30-ish minutes today. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you watched. Like, I'm glad that you found the stream again. But yeah, I think that there are people. I think in some of those conversations last week, I was talking about corruption. You know, I was calling out what I view as corruption on Trump's side. And the immediate response from the person I was talking to was, what about Hunter Biden? So I then said, yeah, Hunter Biden had no business, as the vice president's son, being on an energy company's board in Ukraine. It's corruption. He got that because he's the vice president's son. In the same way, Jared Kushner should not receive $2 billion from Saudi Arabia. Donald Trump, that's Donald Trump's son-in-law, Donald Trump should not receive hundreds of millions of dollars through the Live Golf Tour, through his golf courses, through hotel purchases, and so on and so forth from Saudi Arabia. I just saw no foreign influence in our politicians. But then it's interesting when you're talking to people and you bring that up. I think it's a fairly consistent position, criticizing both parties. They say, but what about Hunter, though? Because a lot of people have never dealt with consistency. Or maybe they themselves are inconsistent and they expect that same level of inconsistency, but they are not used
I
to
think
just
that's
someone.
probably true.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to the golfing thing. I'm not even trying to call you out here, but if you want to be consistent, it's like a lot of these presidents do this shit. And I don't want none of them to do it. I don't want Obama to do it. I don't want Biden to do it. None of these people. I don't want them to go out golfing on a money.
So the thing with the golf, I'm specifically criticizing Donald Trump's for the Live Golf League, which is a Saudi league. They've used like multiple Trump golf courses. Which is essentially funneling him money directly from Saudi Arabia, you know? So
that's not surprising.
Yeah, it's not surprising. You see, Jimmy Carter had to sell his peanut farm. He was a peanut farmer. He had to sell his peanut farm so nobody's funneling him money. Meanwhile, Donald Trump gets to own all these hotels and the golf courses, and it doesn't even matter. So it's not great.
I get you. There's no way you're hitting me with the Jimmy Carter sold his peanut farmer thing, man. That's the shit you hear all the time from like your classic, like super far leftist, man. Find another talking point. I'm not even trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, that's not a great selling point. Like,
well, I mean, yeah. I think you should be able to. I think it is a concern if money is funneled in through business, and the president of the United States, in particular, and our congressman as well, should not have an avenue for money to be funneled to them.
oh, well, I agree with that, but I'm not gonna say it's just gonna happen. So who cares? We need fundamental shift for that to be changed. A lot of Democrats do that as well, and like if we're talking about consistency here, if you want to talk, like, and I know this is all the time said from conservative pundits and stuff, but it is the truth. If you look at Nancy Pelosi's record, she definitely insider trading.
She is super corrupt. There should be no trading among our politicians.
Oh yeah, I don't think you should be allowed to be in the stock market if you're a politician, because you know what's going on. Because the deals a lot of these big deals, especially if it's going through some type of monopoly law situation, has to go through Congress or some type of legal situation. Like,
yeah, definitely. I mean, it's the same. Like, you know, when you just have knowledge that something big is happening, if the war is about to start, you could put money into the defense contractors. If, for example, when COVID was starting up, and, you know, at that point in the media and among, like, the regular population, we were like, oh, we got a break for 2 weeks. But then likely politicians were hearing, like, guys, this is some serious shit. Some pretty serious shit. And people were able to invest money into, you know, like hand sanitizer, mask businesses, and so on and so forth. Real wise financial investment. But, you know, if you have that knowledge to invest, maybe you should give that knowledge to the American people that something big is coming. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I agree with you, though. No insider trading, period.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I think Okay, and I think this is like my last question because I'm probably gonna hop off here. Phone getting low, and it was great talking to you. Maybe I'll call in another day. But my last question here is, how do you feel about the idea of like homeless veterans? Are you more on like because I've heard the socialist argument that there shouldn't be homeless people in general, and I'm like, that's never gonna happen. That's my opinion. That's not really how that works. But I think homeless veterans is something we could definitely tackle more feasibly. Right.
I think we could handle. I do think, and I don't think this is a socialist argument. I think this can be done under capitalism. There's a lot of profit incentive to not do this, but I still think it can be done. I think that you could pretty much make homelessness an irrelevant issue. I mean, for example, with Finland, they didn't. The Scandinavian countries, I wouldn't call them socialist countries. I know a lot of people say they're socialist countries. They're just capitalist countries with strong social safety nets. Finland practically has solved the homelessness issue. They have like long-term homelessness. It's like 1,318 people, right? Essentially, the main thing they do is get you inside somewhere. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be on the streets. And, you know, that when you get inside somewhere, when you have a roof over your head, hold on, I'm going to put someone on hold real quick. I'm going to put you on hold and go to you next, okay?
10-4.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, hold on, I got my train of thought. Finland, yeah.
You're talking about Finland structure, yeah.
Yeah, they're housing first. They want to get people under roofs and then hopefully deal with the whatever rehab and mental health issues that could be dealt with. In the United States, we could do it. You know, we've done crazier things. You know, we were not a military power before World War II, and then we became the number one. Like we've done massive stuff. But I agree with you that the fact that there are veterans that are homeless is an embarrassment. And if we're to start anywhere with the homeless issue, let's start with the veterans. Get them off the streets first, and then we can go to the rest. You know?
That's how I feel, yeah. That's why I hit on that, because I'm like, homelessness in general, that's a very tough issue to tackle.
It's a tough issue, yeah.
But homeless vets, I feel like that's incredibly easy to fix. Their names are already in the system. Everything's in the system. Just give them a type of base-level housing. I'm not talking about give them a mansion. Give them a half-decent apartment and a little bit of money to buy food and shit. It's not that hard. Like.
Yep. Honestly, you know, I believe it says January 2024. There's 32,000 homeless veterans. In the grand scheme of things, that is not a tremendous amount of people. We could end veteran homelessness tomorrow. And then put some of that.
I agree with you. Maybe not tomorrow, but within the next couple of months, it could be done easy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We could start there, and that's just something that disgusts me as an American, you know. And I would describe myself as a patriot. Maybe not a MAGA patriot, but I love this country and I want to see it do well. You know,
100%.
And it just disgusts me. Right.
Yeah. Our veterans deserve better. I mean, in general, all homeless people I think deserve better. But this can be solved. It just takes a focus. It just takes a little bit of reallocation of the money. Instead of spending on more bombs, we can spend on, you know, helping the people we send out to war, you know? So honestly, I'm glad that we agree. I think we've had many good agreements. It was actually a great conversation. And I hope you come back. I hope you stick around and subscribe and all that stuff. And if you have extra money, you can donate too. But that's if you have extra.
Hey, I'm very poor, brother, but
don't worry about it then. Don't worry about it.
I'll call in again. I'll subscribe, do all that stuff. But get to the next caller. Great talking to you. Have a great night, brother.
Thank you. You too. All right, 843 area code. We're going to try to make this quick because I've been streaming for a bit.
Yes, am I on now?
Yep, it's on.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you what you think is going to be found in the disclosure of all these documents, especially in regards to JFK. Do you think it's going to be something that's interesting or not?
The JFK stuff, I'm going to keep it real. I haven't really been following it closely. I don't really think anything great is going to be found. There's like a bunch of times that we've released documents, but then a lot of the documents are retracted. Any big stuff will likely be retracted. And ultimately, the people kind of handling it, I'm going to be honest, this is not me trying to be mean, right? But they just don't seem like the brightest people. The congresswoman from Florida, she said that she wanted to like get back the commission. Hold on, what was the name of the commission? That handled.
You're talking about Debbie Wasserman Schultz?
No, I'm talking about, the Warren Commission. This was a commission to essentially investigate the assassination of the president, right? So
They're also
she was
asking for the documents and stuff from 9/11 Commission as well.
Yeah. But she said that she wants to get some of the original people from the Warren Commission to be interviewed and talked to. She said that in a press conference. And everybody that was in that commission is dead. So I don't really...
Well, the one person who's still alive is Nancy Pelosi, who her father's the one that got JFK elected. You know?
Her father? I mean, I'm not aware of her father getting JFK elected. I think JFK's
her
dad
father
had
was
a tremendous amount of money.
Her father was very much behind the election of JFK. So.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me if Nancy Pelosi's dad was involved in politics.
Well, she was a White House intern when JFK was president.
Yeah, but what I was saying with the woman from Florida that was apparently one of the leaders in this effort, she was saying that she wants to bring back the Warren Commission particularly, and that was a wild claim, you know.
Oh, you know, we got some mouthy senators out there. Everyone wants to say something that makes them famous or gets them on the map.
Yeah, of course. A
lot of stuff comes with that. So
I have no problem with it being investigated, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You should think about doing some spaces on X. We do a lot of this kind of stuff over there.
Maybe. X, Twitter, it's kind of a wild place, but maybe. Oh, I appreciate your question.
I host spaces over there, so thanks for letting me on.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. All right. Dolly, I agree with you. When you say, why are we talking about JFK right now when there's a coup? Yeah, I think the coup is bigger news. I don't mind, like, the JFK stuff being released. I'm not taking any new callers right now. We're going to head off soon. I don't mind the JFK stuff being released, but it's definitely not, like, a priority of mine. You know, my priority is dealing with the fascists in the White House, for sure. But, folks, if you are if you're one of the concurrent viewers I see, there's 49 people here, subscribe. We're going to end soon, so this is your moment to subscribe, to support, all that great stuff. You feel me? Do it. Hurry. Anyway, this person says, U.S. aid funded Ukraine. Where the food there? Yo, brother, I'm certain that food was sent to Ukraine. It's a war zone. So I think certain areas in Ukraine need food. Russian popping off, chillax, or hop off the stream. POWs are not war heroes. That's what Donald Trump said. Yeah. How can you see out of your glasses? What? You can see perfectly fine. It's glass. Dolly says, let's audit the military budget. Let's do that. 100% agree. This person here, I can't say your last name. When you say lower federal taxes means you can implement whatever program you want at the state level, genius. Yeah, I don't think that people in fucking Mississippi should have the lack of health insurance and be exploited by the single payer health insurance. This is the United States of America. I'm interested in all Americans, okay? The New Deal was for all Americans. It wasn't just for New Yorkers. This person here, Russian, says, let's support U.S. aid and pay Iran $100 million for Sesame Street. Again, you guys are making absurd claims. $100 million for Sesame Street in Iran. Okay, buddy. Sure. I don't really believe you. Somebody here says, you shouldn't delegate so much shit to the federal government, genius. Yeah, we should. Sorry, I don't trust the states. Alright, let me go back to the bottom missing things. Well, they said ammunition to Ukraine. Yeah, they're at war. Good. Missiles. Yeah. Bro, you should call in African Podcast sometime. He usually plays clips back to back, but sometimes he takes callers. I'll look him up. This person here, the Donald, I'm assuming you're the Donald Trump impressionist. You have a great impression, buddy. Start posting videos. It's sad because the situation is very serious. Yes, I agree. The situation is very serious. This is a coup. A lot of Republicans aren't going to say that, but it's unconstitutional. And the moment of truth will come when we see if the courts are able to enforce the Constitution. And Donald Trump has a lot of people telling him, fuck the Constitution. Do whatever the hell you want. That's the moment of truth. We'll see what happens there. Tevin says, lol, we asked for an audit. You people go crazy. You're not asking for an audit, Tevin. It's the freezing of federal funds. That's unconstitutional. Congress has the power of the purse. The president signs the bill into law. If it's signed into law, it needs to be enforced. The president does not have unilateral power to not allow something to be enforced. They do not have unilateral power to suddenly, they don't just have to stop a program from existing. We don't have even lined vetoes where you can go into specifically a bill and say, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this, but I'm gonna sign it. Tevin, we can have an audit, but we're not talking about an audit. We're not talking about executive orders either. Tevin, we're not doing an audit right now. We're freezing federal spending, and Donald Trump is allowing Elon Musk to be able to freeze programs that Elon personally doesn't like, which is unconstitutional. That's not the role of the executive branch. If you don't want a bill to be done, if you don't want a program, get a bill into Congress, pass it into Congress, get it to the president's desk, have him sign it into law, have the judiciary say that it's constitutional, and boom, that's the fucking process set up by the Constitution. If you want to be un-American and you want to be against that, you can do that, but that's bullshit. We've had liars and thieves running things. I will give Elon a chance. Brother, Elon is a federal contractor. He's a defense contractor too. He gets money from the federal government. Whether it's for his fucking cars or whether it's for fucking SpaceX. That's how he made his fortune off your back. He donated to a politician, and as a result of his donations, as a result of being an oligarch and buying politicians, he gets to be in government, and you trust him. We have liars and thieves, but you trust the guy that has a massive super PAC, one of the biggest donors, not your Democrats. Brother, stop looking at it from a partisan lens, all right? It ain't about Democrat and Republicans, all right? It's about you and me versus them, the powerful. And if you can't fucking see that, that's ridiculous. He hasn't lied yet. Really. $50 million going to condoms? To Hamas? You believe that? He's going to drive the extra money that he funds for his own business into his personal business. Absolutely. 80 viewers tonight. Nice. Good stuff. Also, yes, the egg prices. He said he would make things cheaper. Nothing's being made cheaper. His tariffs, the trade war is going to make things more expensive. It's already made things more expensive. I know cosplayers, and they show me the prices that they had to spend on shipping, or potentially would have to spend on shipping, and it's out of control. And it's not just cosplay, obviously. We get a lot of products from overseas. Shit that you buy. Shit that American manufacturers buy. So now there's a trade war with China. And we haven't even seen the full extent from the US or from China. He's going to put some shit on aluminum and steel. I think for every country. And yes, by the way, you know that, excuse me, I'm sick. That's why I'm all congested. But you know that Donald Trump's lying to you because he said $50 million is going to condoms to Hamas, but then he immediately changed it to $100 million. So he's either lying when he says $100 million going to Hamas, or he's either lying when he said $50 million going to Hamas. Even in his own words, you can tell he's lying. You're not giving Trump a chance, but you would rather have Kamala. I would rather have Kamala, number one. She's not my ideal candidate, but sure, I would rather have her. Donald Trump had a chance. His first presidency was shit. He increased the deficit every single year of his presidency. He did not bring the manufacturing jobs back. Manufacturing jobs continued to leave. He did not have an infrastructure plan. Biden did. He did not get rid of the bad trade deals. He did not lower the trade deficit. Biden did lower the trade deficit. Trump increased the trade deficit. Donald Trump's first trade war did not result in American jobs coming back. It resulted in farmers suffering because of retaliatory tariffs on our agriculture industry. And Donald Trump had to give them a $19 billion bailout. Now, I don't mind bailing out the farmers, but they didn't need to be bailed out. But they had to because of the trade war. So again, Tevin, you can say Trump derangement. This is just policy. Why are you against policy being discussed? You trying to censor me? Is this right-wing cancel culture, you dumb bitch? Again, Devin, you can continue fucking yourself in the ass. I just want you to take that big orange dildo out of it. I want you to be a man. Let's talk Fortnite. Yeah, for the people that play Fortnite, use this Fortnite code, TheNathanG, in the support a creator section of the store. It's really good, actually. Really great. Maybe the best. Maybe the best code. This person says he snapped. That's why they don't last. Paulie, I'm just saying facts, bro. If you get mad that there's passion, then you can go fuck yourself. Because I'm passionate about this fucking country. Okay? Rush, Godzilla? Is Godzilla gone already? Bro, I have not played in a while, bro. I didn't get to see Godzilla, bro. Oh. It's so over. It's never been more over. Grand Theft Auto is overrated? Nah, bruh. That shit's lit. I can't wait for GTA 6, but I might have to buy a PS5 for that, and that kind of pisses me off. They should make that shit ready for PC day one. They have like fucking a decade, you know what I'm saying? What are they doing? Person says, be calm, brother, breathe, as I'm talking about Fortnite and GTA. Polly, suck my dick. Simple as that. Simple shit. We love Fortnite. We do love Fortnite here. This is a pro Fortnite chat. This is a pro GTA chat too. GTA slander will not be tolerated. Okay? They're scared of hackers. I see.
It comes a yield savings account through Apple.
No, this one is a classic. Hold up. GTA won't even be optimized for PS5. It's gonna be capped at 30. That's crazy, bro. What? That's how you know the game's gonna be massive, though. It's gonna be way bigger than GTA 5 in terms of scale if they're on a new gen console and they have to cap it at 30 frames per second. But that's gonna piss a lot of people off. GTA 6 is a console at launch. That's why we have PC and consoles for our gaming needs and wants. Yeah, listen, I would get a PS5 just for GTA. But I'm gonna need some money first, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna work towards that. I'm not gonna probably be able to do that. E-Cube says, you're so passionate that you prefer a woman that was in favor of putting pressure on Uganda for the what is that? IMNOP community? I don't even know what the fuck that is. Dale says, what are your thoughts on Biden keeping some of the tariffs? That's the thing about tariffs. Tariffs are hard to get rid of, but some tariffs, I'm not principally against tariffs. For example, there was some new tariffs that were introduced under Biden that actually I think there's a fair case to be made. So tariffs, what are the purpose of tariffs? Tariffs are supposed to disincentivize things from entering your country, or it's supposed to boost domestic industry. So specifically, Trump put a tariff on Chinese EVs. Now, Chinese EVs do not currently have a foothold in the American market, but he wanted to prevent them from getting a foothold in the American market, so he put a tariff on Chinese electric vehicles. That was positively appreciated by the auto industry bosses and the auto industry employees, the workers. And overall, I think that that's a much more reasonable use of tariffs. But in general, tariffs are not my first thing to go to. I would rather incentivize growth. I also understand the arguments against tariffs like that, but I'm not principally against tariffs, period. Can someone please explain the difference between tariffs and sanctions? So, I mean, They're completely different stuff. Tariffs are like taxes that have to be paid on products entering the country. So say you're a company that sells t-shirts. Let's say you produce your t-shirts overseas. You get it delivered to the United States to be sold in America. You have to pay a tariff when it gets into the United States. That's what a tariff is. A sanction is like, we could sanction, say, like a Russian oligarch for when the war in Ukraine started or something, and that's essentially like we freeze the assets that they might have overseas or in the United States, or we prevent business from being done in Russia by American businesses. You know? So it's completely different things. Like Dolly said, it's a punishment for something. Meanwhile, tariffs can also be used as a punishment, but it's pretty much a tax on goods coming in. Tariffs are going, or sanctions are going outwards to other people, tariffs are coming in. The sad thing is more than half of Americans get their food, supplies, and equipment, etc. from China. I'm pretty sure it's going to make a rise in costs. Yeah, it objectively is. It objectively is. I mean, there's no denying it. China, Canada, and Mexico make up half our trade partners. And things will become more expensive whether we're talking about from the perspective of someone buying something from the store, from the perspective of, say, a manufacturer building a product, and now the raw materials are more expensive, so then they have to make their product more expensive. Whether we're talking about the construction company that has to build a product that needs timber from Canada and steel from Canada or whatever, right? Aluminum, whatever it might be. Raw materials are going to be more expensive. So it affects everybody down the line, from the consumer to the producer. Dale has thoughts on getting rid of income tax. It wouldn't be good. It would be a massive transfer of wealth to the ultra-wealthy. And we wouldn't be able to fund the government. We would have an even bigger deficit than we have now. It's going to be really bad. This guy is a treat when a guy from South America does his job for 1/5 of the price. What? How about, here's a clever plan here. If someone has a clean record, clean background, and they're here to work and there's demand for their labor, you let them immigrate here, and they get the same pay as an American citizen, and they get the same labor protections because they're an American citizen. Simple as that. Dr. Wild says, I love watching fear grip these losers. What? Loser? I think you're confused by what I'm saying. I don't know what you're confused about. But brother, Elon's not coming just for me. He's coming for you. Donald Trump's policies affect everybody. The tariffs, the raising costs affect everybody. Speaking of Elon, who heard about that one Tesla blowing up with the human inside the car while running? That's crazy. I did not hear about that. Sizzle says, less product, more money, inflationary. Yeah, exactly. Weren't you saying 3 weeks ago that the majority of tariffs were terrible, yet in the last week, Canada, Japan, and Mexico fell in line when threatened? Number one, they didn't fall in line. The specific thing with, for example, Mexico. Mexico said specifically, okay, we'll send 10,000 troops to the border. And Donald Trump said there you go, I won. They already agreed to that. They were already doing that. They had to do nothing but frame it as a concession. And also there are tariffs on China right now. And China has tariffs on us. And analysts are saying that China has not even gone the hardest possible on us just yet because they want to keep their powder dry. If they really want to fuck us over, they can. Person says, oh, come on, you're so butthurt. Won't answer my question. What's your question? What do you want Trump to do for you? He could fucking retire. Listen, if he, for example, actually wanted to, let's see who subscribed here. Hold on. Too Tall Man, thank you for subscribing. Hold on, another person subscribed. Let's see who this is. Russian? I can't read the first, it's cut out on my phone. But Mafia? Thank you. But if Donald Trump was serious about his manufacturing policies and wanted to bring back manufacturing jobs, he should do that. But he's not pushing policies to do that. You know? He's not. He's probably ignoring you nicely, Polly. Well, I'm responding to Polly right there. He asked me what I want Donald Trump to do. He could fulfill his promises about getting rid of the bad trade deals. He didn't. He just did a bad trade deal himself. In fact, he was complaining about the USMCA. He was saying, who writes these deals? And it was his deal. He didn't bring back the manufacturing jobs. He didn't lower the trade deficit. He expanded the trade deficit. He expanded the regular deficit. If he just fulfilled some of his decent promises, he could do the decent promises, and I'd be happy. I'd give him some credit. These mofos, when they knock on the door, they'll point to the attic. FDR's statement still stands. Yeah. I don't know exactly the statement you're talking about, but yeah. Fairly like Biden. What are you referring to Biden there? Lord Riz says, if they were doing it, then the cartels wouldn't be sending their drug mules and plants daily beforehand. Show me the proof that they were already committed. You can look up the articles where they're saying they're committed. And number two, if you want to look at a statistical proof, the number of border crossings have went down every single month of the year 2024 before Trump was in. So that's statistical proof there. There you go. Wasn't he supposed to solve Ukraine and Russia before the inauguration? He was supposed to do that. He promised he was going to do that. He didn't do that. And that's unsurprising. Show me that they were already doing it. You can look up the statistics about border crossings going down 90-something% in the year 2024. You can look up the articles where they're specifically saying that they are dedicating National Guard or military or whatever. This is pretty well established. If you just did your research beforehand, you would be aware about this. It's laughable, but guys, just Google it. Do the research. You're making a claim. The burden of proof is on you. What would you... You can Google it. I'm telling you to Google it. This was done. This was established before. Mexico dedicates troops. You look it up because I can't be bothered to offend my assumptions. Brother, this is established. In 2021, during the former U.S. President Joe Biden's administration, Mexico increased number of troops at the border in effort to reduce migration. There you go. Have gone down, not have went down. I don't fucking know, some grammar shit there. Whatever. But it's already gone down. In 2024, it already went down 90-something%. So it already went down. They already committed to sending troops. Turns out just sending troops doesn't magically solve the issue. Again, just deporting people doesn't want to solve the issue. If you want to solve the immigration issue, you have to have a more efficient immigration system that doesn't encourage illegal immigration. Period. Simple. Simple as that. Dr. Wild, I know earlier you said in the chat that you think not all races are the same, and I see on your account you have a jams. One of your shit seems to come from some Nazi stuff. All right. I disagree with you. Have to make your neighbors wealthy? Well, Joe, I don't mind the spam because it's engagement. they can keep spamming, bro. We agree on that. I say eliminate green cards. So you're anti-immigration. You would make them. You would not solve it. Okay. You wouldn't solve it because there's still economic demand for their labor. I'm committed to ending illegal immigration, so we have to make our system significantly more efficient. Because a slow system, when there is economic demand to work here, people will work here. And if they can't come here legally, they will come here illegally. If you're committed to border security, then the way you solve it is with efficiency and smart governance. All right. Have you YouTubered? I'm assuming you search on YouTube gang stalker and filter it for post within a week. It's an insane rabbit hole. Are they like people that actually believe they're being gang stalked? I'm not gonna watch the video or show it because I don't really want to, show someone having like a mental breakdown, you know. But I'm just Googling it because I'm curious. So filter for a week. Oh, yep. Yeah, it seems like some crazy people. I feel bad for them. I do just kind of randomly think they're like, do not mesh with my gang, you know. It's like kind of like, and they're like showing off like some knitted stuff. That's cute, but yeah, the gang stalker stuff is certainly something to see. Hey, my brother's wife had to get a green card only to live in America for half a year before moving back to their newborn. Yeah, no, I mean, the people that come here with work visas and green cards and so on and so forth, they're trying to do things the legal way. But another thing that encourages people to do things the illegal way is when people that do things the quote-unquote legal way are getting mistreated. And are getting, that are not being able to just work like they want to work. Anyway, folks, listen. I'm going to head off. I'm going to leave soon. So, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Leave like. We got some donation stuff. Or if you have some extra money and want to donate, you can do that anytime. There's a Streamlabs link in the bio that sends a little bit. That's a better cut than the super chats on YouTube. So I would recommend that. Particularly if you're on mobile, like an iPhone. The cut for super chats is even more. So not that great. But Streamlabs in the bio. Do that. Get well, my guy. Yes, we're so I'll say this. Well, we're leaving, but I'll say this real quick. I've gotten significantly better. I feel like when I'm talking so much with the intensity that a stream brings, it makes you a little sicker. Maybe I should have waited to fully recover, you know what I mean? Maybe I just need to blow my nose. Anyway, I'm gonna go now.